Okay, here it is. You get up out of your bed and you hook up your iPod and get ready to enjoy the tunes. But when you look at the display, what do you see? It's this battery light telling you that there is no power. God in Himmel, the battery charger has left you in the cold with no music. Now that is a shame. Now before you go off and do something expensive like take the iPod to a repair shop, or God forbid that you send it over to those overpriced techs at Apple, try this great little test. While watching the display, you jiggle the charger and the wall plug just a wee bit and see what happens. Does the little battery icon change to green and blink, but then it stops when you release the charger? If this is your problem, the cause is loss of electrical flow probably caused by carbon buildup. Solution? Send the charger to the repairman and save the poor iPod from an expensive fate. However, if you are not made for money and are an adventurous soul, this is what we have done. But first, a little introduction. This is the iPod charger with foldable plug. Easy to use and easy to pack. It was and still is a great idea, but there's a killer loose in the design. You see, in order for electricity to flow efficiently through a moving connection, the connection must remain totally clean and free from carbon. Now when the charger is moved or jiggled about while it is powered up, a little spark is produced, and that is what is causing with all the carbon buildup problem. Look closely to the microscope and you can see for yourself what carbon buildup does to electrical flow. Usually it is a simple matter of cleaning the connection once in a while, but since this unit is sealed, you cannot do this. Or can you? Now come with the fix. Take a nice rock or reusable facsimile and give the detachable model a stiff whack. Now don't pulverize the poor thing, for there are in there a few parts that you will need later. The base and two copper clips in particular. Take one of the clips and seize the bent end with the needle nose pliers and finish bending the end until you have made a whole loop. Take one wire from a recycled two-prong plug and thread the end through the loop you have just made. Now squeeze the loop until the wire is nice and tight. Now you take the soldering iron and heat up the connection. Remember that you must let the connection melt the solder, not the iron. There you go. Now do it again with the other wire and clip. That was pretty easy so far. Now it's time to reassemble the thing. Reinstall the base onto the two pins and slide it down. Now plug in the two copper clip connections you have just made and wrap them up separately with the electrical tape, making sure that they cannot touch each other. Now make one spacer with the electrical tape and wedge it between the connection and the base for a snug fit. Now wrap the work area up until it looks well shaped and finish off the project with white electrical tape, making certain that the USB slot is not blocked. You now have a much more reliable charger. Our test charger still works just like a charm. A further benefit of this system is that you can make the wires as short or as long as you wish. In closing, allow me to remind iPod owners that if your player is fully charged but is acting very strangely, or is ignoring your commands altogether, you should reset, retry, and restore. Remember, it will always work the first time. We here in the lab have experienced a lot of iPod problems over the years, and the 3 Rs have solved almost all of them. Thank you and happy listening or videoing.